Hi everyone, it's Beatrice.
It's Sharon.
And it's Tammy, and welcome to another episode of the Uncut
Podcast.
Podcast.
Woo! Welcome back, guys. Thank you guys so much for always tuning in.
Yes, we love
Appreciate
and
you.
appreciate
Happy
you
Monday.
guys. Happy
Happy Monday.
Guys, I can't lie, we've been away on annual leave.
Yes,
because
yeah.
we've been enjoying. We had to take a bit of a break and also just like regroup with our girls. But also, I can't lie, even though we were on annual leave, we were even
working
doing some work or
Working.
I
Ah.
was definitely working, boy.
yeah, literally we were working, boy.
Yes. I was gonna say we went to DLT Malta, but we're gonna do a recap on this episode a little bit later on. So if you wanna hear all the juicy stuff that happened there, we're gonna be telling you about it in a bit. But anyway, as usual, we're gonna start with a dilemma.
Okay.
Hey ladies, so I have a dilemma. Me and my boyfriend have been together for almost 6 months now. I'm a curvy girl and he's made it known to me that his type is slim girls. So I'm always feeling insecure when I'm with him. When I'm around him, I never eat because I get really anxious.
Oh, what's going on?
Mind you, he's never said anything to me.
Oh, okay.
This aside, sometimes he doesn't call me for like 5 days.
What?
Only a few texts here and there, even when he's off from work. I've tried communicating with him that I don't think the relationship will work if we don't communicate, but it seems to have fallen on deaf ears. He never wants to see me. Once I was supposed to be going round there, and when my stuff was all packed and I was ready to leave, he called me and told me not to come because he was tired and wouldn't be good company. Bearing this in mind, we're about to reach month 6 of our relationship and we've never even kissed. We're not
Wrap it up.
We're not abstaining or practicing celibacy, by the way. Lol. I'm quite shy and want him to make the first move, but yeah, he's never kissed me. I've never been through anything like this with a man before. I feel like I'm constantly questioning myself and trying to figure out whether something is wrong with me. I've tried to end the relationship before, but he kind of brushed it off. Do you think he might change, or am I seriously delulu? Hey,
Madam?
you even added laughing face here.
You yourself, you know.
I think
Madam?
You know.
Let's just
It's
be
time to
wrapping
wrap it up.
Is that
Wrap
the
it up.
end?
That's the end.
Oh
yeah.
my gosh. What
The
the
fact
heck?
that he will go 5 days.
5 days without communicating to his girlfriend.
They shouldn't even be 5 hours.
Okay, let's not lie. 5 hours
you can be
5
sleeping
hours
now.
can be sleeping now.
I'm
It
not,
can be at work.
I'm saying, yeah, please let us know that you're still alive.
Mm.
I'd like a little bit of a check-in every 5 hours or so.
Mm.
I don't think that's
not too
bad.
much to ask.
That's not too much to ask. Just to be like, oh, hi, how's your day going? I'm not asking for a full-blown conversation, but a little text here or there. Thinking of you. Wish you were here.
Yeah.
Tomorrow we go see.
Yeah.
Like, do you know what I mean? Like,
No, tomorrow we go
do you know
see.
what I mean?
You're
Like,
annoying.
I'm not expecting if I had a partner, I'm not expecting them to be on my case 24/7, like ringing off my phone, texting my phone, but just a little check-in here or there, like 5 hours, 6 hours. Let us know.
Let's even put partner to one side. Even if we're talking, even if we're dating.
That's what I'm going to say.
I'm so
dating.
sorry.
No.
Like, I would not accept. There's no way that if I wasn't receiving that level of communication in the dating stage that we would ever enter a relationship.
Wait, 6 hours in dating stage, really?
Yeah. Like,
if
I
you're
can't lie, it should-
exclusively dating that person.
I was going to say, like, as you get closer to the point where you want to make that person your boyfriend or girlfriend, the intensity of which you speak
If
should
6
be
hours is
increasing.
going
If
by,
I hear that, he's like, okay.
He's speaking to you 4 times once. You're getting 4 messages from him a day.
Do you know what? Typically, like, I understand what you guys mean. Sometimes in my relationship before, what I've done is that I've always set a precedent like, okay, cool, like, we want to obviously get on with our day, like do our work, whatever. Sometimes we can be busy, but we always FaceTime each other for like an hour plus in the evening, right? Obviously, sometimes yes, we obviously do have conversation during the day, but I wouldn't be mad if my partner was like, can't lie. If I knew, especially his type of work that he does, he's not really like free to like message people here and there. I feel like, you know,
I'm not
5
asking
hours,
you to.
that's
I'm not
different.
asking you to tell me what you had for lunch and what are you planning on doing for the rest of the evening. I'm literally just asking you to text me, hi, hope you're okay, hope your day is going well, and that's it. I'm not expecting there to be a full-blown conversation where it's talking about, this, sending long paragraphs and emojis and all that stuff. Even just a basic check-in, like I would expect to do that even if you guys, if I didn't hear from you for 5 to 6 hours in the day and you have, I'd be like, check or see. Is everything okay? Like, are you guys okay? Hi.
Yeah, but to be fair, even with us, we give a warning because, like, that's what I mean. Like, with us, for example, like we would say that, oh, by the way, guys, this week You're
That's
not
what I'm
really gonna hear from
saying.
me.
It's
or something like that.
communication.
But what I was going to say, I think...
5-6 hours. Hello.
Are you still there? Is this
It's
mic on?
because I'm thinking
Is
from
the mic
12,
on?
I'm thinking from 12 to 5. Like, that's
No.
prime
Do you know
busy
what
time.
it is? I think what you've just described is kind of different. You've described a situation where you're now fully fledged in the relationship. You guys have decided that this is the routine that you will follow. This babe has not subscribed to this. So this has been
she's
inflicted.
unhappy, yeah.
This has been inflicted upon her because if you turn around and let's say that your boyfriend said like, okay, we won't speak during the day because work, but we'll FaceTime for 1 hour every evening, and you said that was unsatisfactory to you. You need to find another solution.
Yeah,
then,
it's true.
because it's unsatisfactory. She doesn't like it.
Yeah,
that's why she's writing this dilemma.
Yeah, that's true.
And also another thing I was gonna say is like, I feel like to get to a point in your relationship where that's enough for you, that's fine. But I feel like when you're dating someone, you need more time to get to know them. 1 hour every day, I don't think is necessarily sufficient.
Yeah.
It may be for some people.
Yeah.
But me, I have a lot that I want to say. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, in terms of the no kissing thing,
no kissing, baby.
No
touching, baby. Hey,
no kissing, baby.
And don't call me.
Don't call me.
Are you sure your person that you're with
It's
not
not-
Patoranking?
Yeah, I was
Don't
gonna say,
kill
are you sure that's not
me.
your boyfriend? No, yeah, sis, I think you probably already know this, but it's sounding like this man is not your man.
I was gonna say,
he
like, what
might-
actually, maybe, did they actually have a conversation like saying that we're boyfriend and girlfriend? I wonder.
Yeah, or are you putting 20
Well,
on
she
10?
said that she's tried to break up with him and he brushes it to the side.
No,
one
but
is
you
what
know
I don't
them ones where
understand.
it's like, are you sure that you want to break off or you just want to break things off? Like, is it something of substance? You'd be like, oh, this is a relationship, and he's just been like, oh no, we're getting to know each other. We're still in this stage. That's when it's like, oh, just brushing it off. But mate, you know, sometimes us women, we like to be creating a fantasy in our head that, oh, don't worry, he'll come around, he'll do this. Oh, he hasn't kissed me because he respects me.
Yeah.
Oh, blah, 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 blah. And the thing is, yes, that is true in some cases, but not speaking to you for... It's like, okay, if he was doing all the other things and maybe he hasn't kissed you yet, I'd be like, oh, maybe he's just wanting, maybe he's just on that lane.
Yeah,
Guys,
journey.
you know me, I'm very conservative.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like me, I don't, you know,
Yeah.
I'm normally, I tread on the line of faith and the Lord. And all that.
Okay,
Guys,
Mary.
6 months, no
but-
kissing.
No, but I'm saying that if everything...
No, but
He's not
attempt
even
to,
tried.
attempt to,
Yeah,
that's the
he's
thing.
not even
No. Let's not get it twisted. There's some people where they don't want to go down that route
Any
at all
route, yeah.
because it will lead to something else.
Yes,
There's
but
some
you
people...
needed to have communicated that.
I know, but the point I'm trying to make is different if everything else has been ticked.
Yeah.
The only thing is that he hasn't kissed me.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, he hasn't kissed you. You've tried to break things off. He's not speaking to you for 5 days.
Yeah.
No text, no call. It's like, hey, you tried to break things off. He's brushing it off. He's doing this, he's doing that. It's kind of like, hey, all this thing is not making a good recipe. All these ingredients you've given us here is a bad recipe.
Yes.
The bread don't spoil.
Yeah.
Please. I think you need to
throw
exit
that
stage
baby
left.
out with the bathwater.
Please,
boy.
like, no. Like, this is not good. Like, yes, we want to be loved and caressed and kissing and that. But some people, they just don't want to do that. But the fact that he ain't doing that and he's not speaking to you for 5 days,
Yeah, it's a lot.
madam, there's another person there. There's another person in the picture.
Oh, that's not your man for sure.
There's
Wow.
100% another person in the picture.
That's
Yeah.
You
not your man.
haven't, someone that you say that is your boyfriend, not even that you're dating exclusively
Yeah,
or
no.
you're speaking to.
Yeah.
You haven't spoken to them for
100%.
5 days. And it's
Yeah.
not like
And also,
there's been
can
an
we-
argument or something like
Yeah.
that.
Can we remind ourselves that he already said that you're not his type?
Yeah.
Bro?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I even
I
forgot
was gonna
about
say,
that
sorry,
one.
let's pause for a second. If a guy tells you, oh, my type is usually X, Y, and Z, and you clearly look in the mirror and you say, I'm not that type.
I'm probably
Are
out
you
there.
going it? Are you continuing?
No. Do you know why? Because you can see me
Yeah.
and you know I'm not your type, and you've now told me I'm not your type to my face. Sorry, when a man tells you something like that, I feel like just leave. There's no
Really?
point. Especially, it depends if you're the type of woman where like you think, if he's trying to say like my usual type is this, but something, because like I've had it before where like for example, I've said that previously I used to think that I could only date dark-skinned men.
Yeah.
And I've spoken about this on Patreon about how being dark-skinned, if you don't know, then subscribe to Patreon and go and listen to what the true reasoning is before you drag me here. And then I started dating light-skinned men and I was like, rah, like, I was surprised that they fancied me, and I fancied them back. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah.
So if it was like a conversation, and I don't even think I would even say this to a guy, but if it was a conversation of like, I usually date dark-skinned men, but I'm surprised to have been dating you
Yeah.
or something like that.
Yeah.
That's even dumb. I would never say that. But you know what I
That doesn't
mean?
even sound right. I can't
Doesn't even
lie.
sound right. But something like that, okay, fine. But when you're already saying when the full stop ends with I'm attracted to slim women.
Yeah, I don't know what
Sorry,
you want me to do that.
what do you want me to do?
I was gonna say I don't think there's anything wrong with men like exploring and not dating their usual type because you
Yeah.
never know what it
Yeah.
is. So
That's literally
I
my
don't
life.
mind that, but it's the fact that let's not be making that as a point of conversation.
Mm.
Oh, you're not my usual type, but I'm just dealing. I'm managing you for the time being.
I didn't managing. They didn't say managing.
I'm just saying,
now.
but that's basically what
That's
what it's
basically what it's implying. Like,
Mm.
like I would say that I don't typically have a type as in looks wise,
Mm.
but I have a type as in personality. Type of like things like that. So when I'm looking for a guy, I'm open to all shapes and sizes. That's me. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, if someone came to me and was like, oh, you're not my usual type, but I'm looking to explore.
Yeah.
If you just said that to me one time and I didn't hear it again, then that's fine. But to have someone continuously say it, I don't think
you should be.
You should be doing that.
route.
But it is okay to identify that the person isn't your usual type. Because if I was to start dating a white man now, that ain't my usual type, and I'm gonna tell him point and click. I'm like, listen, I've been on the black thing.
Yeah, I've been on the black thing.
I've been on the black thing. Let me keep it for 100% real.
Yeah.
And the thing is, even if I was dating a black guy as well, and his history was just
white
women, I need you to tell me that.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me that. I don't want to be surprised later down the line. You tell me that you date, or if you've dated like all types of women, that's fine. But I think I need you to tell me that because I'm going to be like,
Agreed.
am I an experiment?
Yeah, I don't know if I.
No, you need to tell me
You
that.
would need to tell me that.
You need to know that.
I don't know.
Imagine you find out, like, you see all his exes, like, someone says, oh my God, do you know he dated someone? And you're like, oh, he's white, okay, cool. And another person, oh my God, do you know he dated? Oh, it's white, okay, cool.
Have you ever stepped into the chocolate pond?
Literally.
That's a bit, not that it's alarming, but I'll have to know that.
Would you not need to know that you're his first black woman? I think I would need to know that.
I don't know if I would need to, like,
I would want to know.
Okay,
that.
so he would have to tell you, like, oh, by the way, you're the first.
I think it's a.
You know me, I'm always trying to think about how the conversation would start. It would have to be just him being point blank.
It will forever be an awkward conversation.
Yeah, but we need to
however it is, but I think I would need to kind of know your dating history.
I think it's easy. I think it's easy to slip in though. Like, for example, like, oh my God, actually, I've never dated a black woman. Like, what's your culture? Like, I think like
what's your culture?
No, not culture, but obviously you have conversation. Oh, like, for example, I'm meeting your family. I never dated a black woman before, so obviously when it comes to meeting your family, how does it typically go? Like, so no, because you know,
me and your family, we've already been talking for too long. Then
but
what do you mean?
What do you mean?
So if you're saying that. Wait, sorry. What you just described is that he's about to meet your family. So
like, for example, if he's going, like, not even like he's even about to, like, maybe like he wants to know, like, in terms of your family dynamics, how does it work? In terms, do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like there's ways to do it.
Yeah, I don't know if it will change anything.
I don't know about change, but I
don't
think
think it's important to know.
Okay,
because the way that he'll be moving,
so is it important?
There might be answers to your questions about the way that he's moving, the way that he does certain things in relationships. If that's privy to maybe how the white community do that, as opposed to how the black community do that.
Yeah.
He's never dated a black woman.
Especially
the only
a black
woman
man.
he knows
Especially
probably
if
his
he's a black
mother.
man.
Is that unattractive to you?
What if
a
he's
man
only
who's
dated?
never dated a black woman?
I wouldn't say unattractive. I'll just be like,
I'll be like, okay, interesting. I'll need to know more about the context.
Yeah,
for me.
Like, why is it just them?
Yeah.
And why am I the first?
Yeah, I'll need to know.
What are you seeing in me that's attractive now?
Yeah, you're not seeing. Yeah.
Like, what if he doesn't have like a actual answer? It's just like, I just like you. Is that enough? Is that sufficient?
Let's see how it goes.
Yeah, exactly. We'll see how it goes.
I think I'd entertain it, but then like if there's something a bit weird, I think I'd be more inclined to jump ship than
biggest
if
thing
it was someone else.
My biggest thing would be like if he had no black friends. I care about that more than if you've only dated white women. So my thing would be like if you've only dated white women but you have a lot of black friends who have dated black women, I don't really care too tough.
If they're black,
but if you've only dated white women because you only have white friends,
okay, so what if they've dated if they have black friends who have also
only dated white women? I'm not sure either.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Because
those
you know
kind of
how I already feel about like obviously everybody loves who they love. We've said this a million times.
So many times,
before,
guys.
But I always find it a bit strange. I just dislike it when black men ridicule black women en route to dating a white woman.
Yeah.
If that's your type, just
Go for
just
it.
go and date
Yeah.
her. You don't have to say,
Yeah,
oh,
why
I
am I
don't
in
like
it?
black
Yeah, why am
women.
I actually involved?
Yeah, why
Why
are
am
you
I
dragging me into
involved?
this?
Yeah.
Like, I don't like black women because
Black women say, yeah,
their
look
hair
at
is
that.
so coarse.
Yeah, they're so loud and
just go and
yeah,
date who you want to date.
Literally.
If you've just found yourself in an environment, you know, there's some black people that live in the northern parts of the UK. It's like they're the only black people, and so they've only been privy to like white women. Fine,
Yeah.
do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But,
Funny enough, you know, I mentioned on the I won't say the name now because we're mainstream, but Patreon will mention it. The podcast that I told you about where the woman was talking about like her fiance and stuff. So actually, they were talking about like types, and I think you guys raised a good point because they were saying typically, actually, you tend to find men tend to have more of a type
physically
when it
yeah,
comes
they do.
to dating, rather than us women. We tend to be more flexible, and it's more around the character, it's more around the personality type, rather than saying, oh, I only typically date X, Y, and Z.
But you know, they say that's because men are like very visual beings, whereas women are looking more for like a nurturer, like somebody who can fulfill like a role of like a protector and all those kind of things. So really physically how you look doesn't necessarily matter first. It's more like how you make me feel. Like, do I feel comfortable in your presence? Do I feel covered emotionally? All those kind of things.
Yeah.
And I feel like it is very true. Like just even judging by just the men that we know in all of our lives, like men are definitely visual, like, and women are less so.
So true. And just a question as well then. So like I said, on that pod, they were just talking about like different things in terms of like types and all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
In terms of you guys, like, let me give you a scenario and let me know whether you think this person is settling or not. So like I said, men typically tend to base their type or their preference on physical aspects, right? So let's say a guy says, oh yeah, okay, cool. I really want to date like a, I don't know, 5'6", light skin. I'm not saying light skin. I want to date a 5'6" black woman who has back and is got a pretty face. That's their like core standard, right?
Yeah.
But then they get with someone who has a terrible personality. Would you say that person is settling or not? Because they have someone who has a terrible personality but ticks their boxes, or would you say actually their needs are being met?
It depends what they value more. If you value physical appearance ahead of the personality, then you're not settling. You've gotten exactly what you wanted. You're probably punching even. But if you value personality above physical appearance, then you are settling. And I feel like that's where I find myself a lot. It's like, I care more about personality than looks. Like, I can date a man who is my spec. As in, I'm talking about like on paper, like you have ticked you've even started ticking some extra boxes I didn't even know I had. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But the personality, I'm just like, oh my days. Like, I just can't. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas I've dated men who physically they were not my type. I can't lie, they had to grow on me a little bit. But personality wise, it's like I look forward to like you're cool. Like when you're cool, I know I'm gonna giggle.
I'm gonna giggle.
I'm gonna giggle. I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna have a good time. We're gonna have deep intellectual conversation, but we're gonna laugh as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it depends.
What about you, Tammy? Would you say that person is settling or not?
I definitely think that person is settling because looks fade. And anyone that doesn't believe that is an immature person.
True.
At the end of the day, yes, it depends. To be honest, it really depends on what you're in relationships for. Are you in it for the long term or the short term? If you want to have a long term, how do they say, life partner?
Yeah, I'm talking about
marriage. But I'm sorry. Yes, looks it's fine in the first instance, but after a while, if the personality is terrible,
What does that mean?
Like, as in they don't hold conversation. They don't hold conversation
opposite to what you like.
They're just so self-absorbed. They're just into their looks. They don't really have conversation.
But you know, some men like they don't really care.
No. But my thing is like, I'm not saying that the person is a terrible person. I'm just saying their personality is terrible, as in it's the complete opposite of what you want.
Yeah.
Like you have someone that, maybe you would think, some people, like arrogance. Some people like that, but I don't like arrogance.
I hate arrogance.
It's like I hate that. Like I don't.
Yeah.
I
So
don't
when you
want
say
that.
arrogance, give me an example of what you mean by like what's something that give me an example. Let the people know
Do you
what
know,
you mean by
I think
arrogance.
humility is so sexy.
Mm.
Like, I'll try and get to the arrogance bit in a bit, but I need to start with humility. I think humility is so sexy. You know those guys that have got it, but it's like,
They don't even know their potential.
not even that. They know they've got it.
Okay.
Like, that's why they're
Okay,
humble, because
yeah.
they know.
Yeah.
They know they've got it, right? Everybody else around them
Knows.
knows they've got it,
Yay.
but they will never speak on it.
Yeah.
As in, like, their legacy precedes
Yes.
them without them having to speak.
Oh.
That is so sexy to me.
Yeah. Yeah.
The
yeah.
guys that, even if you have got it, you're just talking like, yeah, you know, I got this, man. I got a 6-figure bonus last month, and
That's arrogance.
Oh, that's
I hate that.
crazy.
That's
like,
arrogance.
Yeah.
like, you know me, I'm in the gym all the time. Like, I look sexy.
Hey.
I'm this. I'm good for you.
Yeah. Good for
Good
you.
for you.
Good for you.
Like, fantastic.
Yeah.
But please, can we practice some humility here?
Yeah. Agreed.
Yeah, nah,
agreed.
sorry.
Agreed. What about you, Tammy? What does arrogance look like to you? Where you're just like immediately you hear this, or you see it like, nah, I can't. Like, you're not really for me.
Someone that is always talking about themselves.
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Self-absorbed.
Always talking about themselves, talking about how they are, how they're going to elevate themselves.
Mm.
Never speaking about the people
Mm.
like around them.
Mm.
Oh, I like you know someone that's always just talking about themselves. Oh yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna elevate myself here. I'm gonna motivate myself here. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. All for myself. No. Do you not have parents? Where are your siblings? Where are your friends?
Where are your siblings?
No, honestly.
Do you
it's
not have
true.
any
Yeah, do you have any goals,
like,
outside of yourself?
Yeah, so
like,
true.
like I really want, to help my parents pay off their mortgage, or some kind of goals. That, everything is about you,
Yeah.
and like you cannot see the outside world outside of you.
Yourself.
You
Yeah.
can't even empathize with. Do you understand?
And the
Like,
people
Yeah.
that believe that they are holding themselves up. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
I can't, man.
What?
Can you you don't even have to be a person of faith, but you have to. You
have
can't. You
to
know those
accept that it's
people
not
that
just you,
cannot
man.
attribute a single thing to somebody else helping them.
Yes.
They believe that they got there
By
because
them,
of
their minds.
their, they're by themselves.
main
Yeah.
character
If-
syndrome, but like
yeah.
on steroids.
Yeah, that is
Because I
so.
don't mind a little bit of main character syndrome, like. I have some
Yeah,
people
if
in
you're
my life.
well,
I have some
and
people in
I
my
feel
life
like-
that I've got main character syndrome, but it's like, funny, yeah. But the ones where it's like, it's on the main character's on
Yeah.
steroids.
I
Like,
Yeah.
never heard. Thank God. Thank you.
Yeah.
Ha.
you're
Yeah.
even saying thank God. You haven't even, they will be like, oh, yeah, I did that, man.
It's like your
I-
mom.
Yeah, that's
you
what I'm
realize-
saying.
You realize your
You've
parents
never
helped
heard
you.
them say thank
Yeah,
God.
you're not appreciative of anything.
Not
you do.
appreciative of
Nah.
your parents. For me, you know one thing is people are not appreciative of their parents in any capacity.
Yeah.
Like
Ooh.
any capacity. Like,
Especially
oh,
being
yeah.
like from the diaspora.
Yeah.
Like, how can you not
yeah.
be?
Yeah, me. I
Yeah.
But it's like,
We need to do a don't get me started on
Mm.
people's turn-offs.
Mm.
That would be a good one. Just to
Yeah.
see like what
Word.
people are like,
Yeah.
any type of like personality or attributes that is like,
Yeah.
hell no.
Yeah.
Right.
One
So
of them
true.
for me is like someone that is just so self-absorbed, cannot even see past
Yeah.
themselves. Like,
Yeah.
or someone that is, when someone's like too driven,
Yeah.
like they can't, like,
Yeah.
Put
Hello.
the
Laugh
black-
a little. Laugh a little.
Yeah.
serious.
Yeah.
God.
For me,
Yeah.
it would be guys who believe like all of their assets is really like that's who they are. As in,
my.
if you were to take away their car,
job in bio, job anywhere, as in I am this and I'm that.
no,
And that's who you define as your personality type. I can't.
No, you think you would put job? I used to have digital marketing in my
a lot
bio.
of people have that. I don't think that's that bad. A lot of
I
people
don't
have
think
their
it's that
jobs
bad.
in
No,
their
it's not
bio.
that bad. But when it's sorry, not to be rude.
Or is it
When
when they
it's
have like an emoji, data analyst, sports,
But laptop.
UK size 7.
Well, you can chat to me if you're getting to your
Sports.
I'm
Ask not supporter.
crying. No, for me, I think you know what it is. I think for me, it's just like I said, people that make their jobs their personality. Like, and I'm
Oh,
talking about like
yeah.
on like okay, fair enough. You might say okay, the bio thing is fine, but for me, it is a turn off because I'm just like there's more, especially social media. Like, unless you're using your social media for like work, I don't understand why your work needs to actually be in your bio unless it's like doing something for you where it's in that space. Like,
Yeah, I don't
social
really
media
get it
marketing.
either.
I understand that people might be reaching out to you for marketing. It's different, but for you to be saying, especially when it's like a job where it's like a big, like everyone knows when you see that job, you got
VP.
money.
Yeah, or like when they're trying to subtly hint at the fact that
I've
they've got peas.
like that.
Like, that's
Yeah.
unattractive, man.
Yeah.
Don't make your like assets your personality
owner.
because
Yeah,
honestly,
you can't have home owner.
Home
how
owner.
can you? Yeah,
You
and
can't have-
the pages isn't even anything about home.
Home
I'm
owner.
gonna say,
Wife,
yeah.
mom.
yeah.
No,
Daughter to
that's
3.
okay. I don't know.
Not
Anyway.
daughters to 3. Get out.
I
That's
don't know,
fine.
we're
Mother to
getting
3.
we're getting too left field now.
Too funny,
Guys,
but yeah.
let's quickly do Song of the Week.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes,
We are
yes.
still in our
Guys, honestly, thank you
for
so
sending
much.
Yes, so many suggestions.
Go
God.
to my personal one.
Yeah. Literally, thank you guys so much for sending like all the suggestions and stuff. Like, I've been listening to it, and we would have said as well, we'll discuss this when we get to DLT, but the Amapiano set at DLT was absolutely
Big up
fantastic.
Uncle
Waffles DJ'd, and
Wow.
it was honestly, we were in VIP, let me not lie.
We in
It
VIP,
was
baby.
lit af. Like, it was so good. But yeah, appreciate you guys sending us suggestions. I've added a lot to my own playlist, like personal playlist as well. So guys, what we're gonna add to the playlist for the final week of Amapiano in this month.
Okay, so I'm gonna add one song,
Okay.
which is unlike me, but a lot of people suggested this to me,
Okay.
and then I also heard it a lot when. In fact, what am I talking about? I'm adding 2. Sorry.
Okay.
A lot of people suggested this to me just when we asked for people's suggestions,
Yeah.
and then also I heard it a lot in DLT
Okay.
at DLT, and it's Wadi Busa, Uncle Waffles featuring
Yes.
OHP Sage.
Yes.
PC,
She played
and
it
some
as
other
well,
people.
innit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So many people suggested that.
Yeah.
Such a tune.
Yeah.
Then the other one, I have to give it up for Beatrice. My God.
If you're gonna say the one that I said a lot, I've already said that one to plays before. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Anyway, it was gonna be Funk 99.
Yeah, I've already
If
added
you
that,
haven't
I've
already,
added that one.
if you haven't already heard that
It's
song,
amazing.
let me add a
guys.
different one from that playlist. Actually,
Yeah, because there's a couple of
'Cause-
funks. There's a couple of funks.
because somebody
boy.
else
There's
even
a
said
couple of funk.
There's a couple of
somebody
funks.
else said go and add Funk something else.
Yeah, there's a couple of funks there, but that song is actually fantastic. Like, I was
Yeah.
playing it for multi.
Funk 66. Yeah,
Okay.
I'll add Funk 66.
Amazing. Tammy, what are you gonna add?
Cool. So I'm gonna shout out Shakara_Hun.
Okay.
For
you've been
sending
shown-
me-
Oh, I should have done that, but it's okay.
That gave
Look for
me.
it. Look for it.
That gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 songs that I
Wow.
could potentially add.
Do you wanna
to
add
this
it all?
playlist. I'm adding it all.
Go
Shout-
on. Go on.
Let's go down the list.
Yeah.
Tyler, ICU, Government,
Mm.
FOMO, Goldmax, Kabza Chance, Kabza the Small, Takala, Moza Bongs,
Mm.
Teka, Moza Bongs, Thresher, Mellow and Sleazy,
Yeah.
Never Knew, Freddie, and Je
Hey.
Isa. Bro, I might have
Can you
butchered
just
these
screenshot
names.
that and put in that chat
Yeah,
now?
I'll
Yeah.
screenshot and put it. But
Yeah.
thank you to Shakara_Hun. I'm adding all these songs, and thank you to all the people that actually reached
Yes.
out.
a lot
Not
of
only to the
people.
Uncut podcast
Yeah.
DM, but also my personal
Yeah.
DMs
Yeah,
as
we've got
well.
personal ones as well, for sure. I'm gonna shout out Shalom Olu. Oh, let me not say your surname, but Shalom.
Shalom.
Shalom. She sent me J5 Dishonest featuring Taylor ICU and Shasha. It's a really good one, actually. Really, really good. That's gonna be the song that I'm gonna add. Who do you want to shout out? The person that helped you?
Yes, I'm gonna shout out Matthew. He actually sent me loads. But
Let's
I
add
thought to
a
just
couple more. No,
Okay,
let's add a
cool.
couple more.
I'm gonna shout out Matthew. I won't say your last name.
Mm.
He asked me to add Wadi Busa, but somebody else also did as well. I can't remember. I can't find you now. Sorry,
Yeah.
but you know yourself. The other songs he suggested is bless you.
Thank you.
Ebasini, Tyler ICU. I don't know if you just said that. Thula Mabota, Z. Legit.
Hey.
Turn Off the Lights, TXC,
Okay.
Slade Wamuli, Musa Keys, Stando Lawimi,
Jesus.
Lawam.
Hey, Sharon. You ain't even sounding African. You ain't even sounding
Yeah,
African.
but we know that Durban. We know that Durban doesn't sound African. We were trying to
Durban.
we were trying to
black now.
We got it
Durban.
black now.
we were trying to Africanize it before, so let me not.
Durban.
Even- But anyway, yeah, let me just end there, chat. You guys, I don't know how to pronounce the names, but you will see it in the
The
playlist.
playlist,
Yeah.
literally.
And
yes.
make sure you listen this week, because
Yes,
it's the last
it's the last
week.
week, guys. Tune in.
Yeah, tune
Summer
in.
We're getting to the
Save
summer.
those songs.
Save it. Add it to your own personal ones because we're going to be switching genres very, very soon.
Yes.
But yes, thank you guys again for showing us love and actually responding to us when we said,
Yes.
so this is the one I've got so many. I was like, no, you people actually listen to the podcast
I
and you
appreciate
actually
you.
action it.
Yeah.
So I really
Yeah.
appreciate
Yeah.
it. But yeah, make sure you guys, if you love Amapiano or listen to the vibes, get warm and ready for summer. Make sure you guys check out our playlist. That is the Uncut Podcast Song of the Week playlist that's available on Spotify and Apple Music. And the links to the playlist is available in the description box, wherever you're watching and listening from. But yeah, good vibes.
And just on that topic, like we said, we went to DLT Malta.
Hey, I'm going
year-
that.
I'm
I'm
going
going
that.
that.
I'm going that.
Hey.
Second year in a row.
Bro.
Yes.
And
You
you
said it last week. They said last year that we were going to go again.
No,
Yeah.
we
And
got
we
our tickets immediately.
Yeah.
That's what we got first
We
week,
didn't
boy.
lack.
You didn't lack
At
at
all.
all.
Yeah. We didn't lack.
And it was nice hearing that people that actually watched
Yes.
our episode last year
Yes.
came up to us and said that the reason why we're even standing on this Malta ground
Yes.
is because you guys mentioned it in
Yeah.
your video
Yes.
last years. So it means that you people are taking our advice.
Yes.
Yes. And we hope you had a good time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
literally.
'Cause we had a ball.
We had a ball.
I don't
guys.
even know where to start.
I don't even know where to start, but I feel we have to start with that taxi journey because that taxi journey for me, guys. So basically, what was it? I think we had finished from
So you know?
Yeah, so
Yes.
it was
Yeah.
Uno, right? So basically, with Uno,
yeah.
after the night has ended,
Hey.
even before the night has ended, you really need to book your taxis because it gets so jam-packed there.
Yeah.
And it's really hard to find an 8-seater. So in case you, just for context, guys, we went with 7 of our friends. No, sorry.
8.
We went with 5 of our friends. So there were
Yeah.
8 of us in
Yeah.
total.
Yeah.
And so I was trying desperately to book an 8-seater and I couldn't. So I ended up booking a 4-seater and I just said in the group chat, I've got a space
I
for
booked one as
3
well.
other
Yeah.
people.
I booked one. as well.
Someone else needs to book one.
Yeah.
So Tammy booked another one.
Yeah.
Right, like I said, this place gets very busy.
Guys.
So you can't, it's very hard to get a taxi that comes straight outside the venue.
Yeah.
Typically you have to walk.
Yeah.
So anyway, the guy was 7 minutes away. He called me and he was like, I'm stopping here. You're going to have to walk. I was like, right.
Damn.
So I start walking. I left Beatrice. She was talking to somebody. I said, I ain't got time for this. I start walking because I'm like, this man cannot cancel on me.
yeah.
So I start walking and I send my location into the chat and I'm like, the 3 other people that are following me, this is the location, Shan.
Mm.
So we get there now. The man is already belling down my line. He's called me like 2 or 3 times in a 7-minute walk, right?
Mm.
That I'm leaving. I'm like, please don't leave. Like, wait. I'm like scurrying, like kind of walking, jogging. But you know when you still want to look cute. So you're
Yeah.
like that kind of thing. So I arrive now. And then he's like, right, are we ready to go? And I was like, no. Like 3 of my friends are coming still. And he was like, where are they? They need to hurry up. So I call Adesola. And I'm like, you guys need to run. Like, you guys need to really run because this man is gonna leave, and I'm not going to
Complete opposite to my taxi.
What was your one?
Because the taxi was opposite. The guy
Yeah.
was so happy when we came. He was like, yes, you found me. He was clapping. He was like, yes, come on. Because he was messaging me like, oh, you need to walk down. There was even something wrong with my app as well. And it wasn't allowing me to reply. So I was trying calling him, blah, blah, blah. When he saw, he was clapping.
Not
He was
clapping.
down. He was even
Big up
playing
the
Burner
NHS.
Boy all the way home.
Oh,
that.
must be nice. That
Must
was
be
not my
nice.
experience.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no.
So anyway, eventually Adesola and Michelle find me now. And then the man is, when I tell you, this guy is driving off. I have to come out of I open the door and I'm like, please wait. I have one leg in the car. So at least if he drives off, half my body will go with him. I have the other leg on the floor, just in case, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm calling Beatrice.
Guys,
and I was like,
you know
Beatrice.
Malta. Let me come in. You know Malta.
You see
You
a
know,
sweet one
you're
at the
trying to sweet one. You know what I mean? You're just doing that.
Yeah.
You know,
Big, big things.
Shine you out,
Like,
yeah. Anyway.
is everything okay?
Anyway, so obviously let me do my POV.
Yeah.
So my POV is also I'm just chatting to a sweet one, you know, just to know that sort of stuff. And then Sharon's like, she calls me. I'm like, okay, cool, hold on. Like my best friend's calling me. So I answer the phone. I'm like, hey. She's like, I don't even know how you say because if you don't.
I was like, you can't stop me talking to this guy.
Like, if you don't, hey. I said, let me wrap up my business, please. So I'm like, I'll see you later. Anyway, so then I'm like, okay, cool. Let me start going to where Sharon is. But obviously, like Sharon said, it's not like right by the venue. I'm not too far from the entrance of the venue. So Sharon's like, okay, cool. You need to like literally walk down quite
With
a bit. I'm like,
haste.
okay, cool. Me, I started picking up pace. You know when you pick up pace? I said, athletics, let me come into play. So I'm picking up pace. I finally, I'm like, wait, but Sharon, I can't see you. And Sharon's like, look ahead. I see Sharon
Before
waving.
that, yeah, I called Beatrice. I said, Beatrice, you need to run. She said, I'm running. I said, you're not, because you can still speak. The kind of running that I'm talking, you need to be pumping your arms. Like,
Usain Bolt.
when I tell you, this man was on smoke, as in the car was moving, half my body was out of the car.
Crazy.
Anyway, Beatrice eventually finds
I got
us.
there, man. I got there.
So we're like in the car just debriefing about the night, like as girls do. Do you know what I mean? And so then we're talking about Amir Beach and how we're excited for
Odumodu Black.
yeah.
Odumodu Black. I've been saying Odumodu Black for like so many weeks now. Odumodu Black. Yeah.
Odumodu
So
Black.
we were talking about how excited we are for that. And then I started saying, all I know.
All I
know.
Native.
So we start singing, the four of us, we start, like, myself, Beatrice, and Solo and Michelle, we start singing, all I know, all I know. Then the taxi driver, the person that was beefing us just 5 minutes ago, he starts singing, all I know. I look at this one and I was like, eh? So you want to be friendly now?
That's what always happens. Because remember when we went last year and we were going to the pre-party, and the taxi driver, he was like, "You guys are making too much noise."
And then he then started
Next thing you know, he's the one turning up the
music.
Yeah. You guys having a fun?
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Literally. But what
Too
killed
funny.
me about the driver is that, like Sharon said, he started singing, all I know. I was like, ah. Then he said, okay, let's take it in turns. You go first. So literally,
Bro.
one by one, we all start singing all I know. And then he starts judging. Oh, Sharon went, all I know. He said, This was a bit shaky. Then when I came in, I said, all I know. He said, He said, you're a star. You are a star.
And then he also did his version of all I know. I said, I will manage it. Do you know what I mean? Just get us to where we're going safely.
Oh my gosh.
But
yeah.
no, it was so funny.
Yeah.
And then when we actually went to Amir Beach on the last day and Odumodu
Black.
Yes, I've got it now.
Yes.
After when he was performing, he was good.
Yeah.
But Ruger.
Oh, we have to shout out Ruger,
Shout
man.
out to Ruger.
Yes,
I can't lie, I was so impressed.
Yeah,
I've never
very
seen
good.
him live before, so I didn't know what to expect.
He controlled the crowd. He knew
So
how to.
well.
Yeah.
His voice sounded so good because it's
Yeah.
very hard to. It's very hard as an artist that is kind of like in a niche in terms of like Nigerian
Sound.
music and sound.
Yeah.
To really translate that to Malta, even though like obviously a lot of people there are like Black, Nigerian, whatever, but there is sometimes some sort of disconnect.
Yes.
But he owned that stage.
Yeah.
He did,
The fact
man.
that he wasn't even like the headliner or anything, but he managed to grip the crowd,
Yep.
dance.
Control the crowd.
The
Literally.
things were sparkling. Everything.
Yeah.
It was
It was
so
so
good. He
good.
sounded so good.
Yeah,
He
and
sounded
also
so good.
we have to give a shout out to the composers.
Oh!
What? Guys, if you don't know, for people that aren't even from the UK, I don't even know. In fact, you should know
You
where
should
they
know
are.
them
You should know
wherever
who they
you
are,
are.
wherever you are. But the composers are basically a band, and they play like for the big artists, like whenever they're in town. Ashake,
they've
all
done
the big
loads.
artists.
But they
they're
like
there.
remix
But they
songs.
remix songs. They
Perform
my
it
God.
live.
They
Honestly,
even
I
did
feel
with
like-
Shits and Geeks.
Yeah,
at
the
their
live
live
show, they were
oh
there.
my God.
Literally.
Yeah. And the boys you said gave mention to how instrumental they were in
They
their
were
live
so
show.
instrumental to the live show. It was
Yeah,
unbelievable.
yeah.
But no, these guys, we've known
Oh,
them for years, obviously.
yeah.
As in we've known of them for
Yeah,
years.
yeah.
Because they're so
So
big
talented.
in the UK.
Yeah.
And like they honestly elevate any
Any
artist
show.
that is on stage.
Yeah.
As in, when Davido performs, I don't think he's not had the composers for
Yeah,
as long as I can remember.
Yeah, I can't remember
No,
last
when
time.
he's doing big shows in
Yeah.
London, even across
Even across the
Doesn't matter.
pond.
Across the
Yeah.
pond,
they with
the
him.
composers are with him. And
Yeah.
it's the fact that I was telling one of them, I was like, you don't understand how many times I have watched Davido Aye opening at the O2 Arena on YouTube. I have watched that so many
Yeah,
that was
times
so good.
because it was so good. I saw it live in person, but then to actually go back and watch something live or live, it was tremendous.
Yeah.
So good. But
no,
yeah,
it
we
was
got
so
them.
good. Big up them. They
Yeah.
had their own segment during on the last day, where they just
Such a
covered like
vibe.
loads
Yeah.
of songs. And
Yeah.
honestly, there was even one guy
Hey.
with crutches in the sand.
He was dancing. Hey, he was
Dance
dancing.
for your uncle.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's for your
honestly,
uncle. Yeah.
Again, as we said last year, super impressed with the execution of this event.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
I was going to say, let's quickly do just a quick rundown of like how it goes with events and stuff. So basically, DLT Malta is like a 4-day festival, like an event. Basically, starts off with the pool party, pre-pool party, then goes into Club Uno.
Yeah.
Next day, we're at the beach.
Yes.
Then we now go into Uno.
Yeah. Again.
Yeah.
Next day, we're at Cafe
Del Mar.
Hey, that night, Cafe Del Mar, hands down, best day/night.
Yeah.
That's the only event that day.
Yeah.
So it was solid.
And
like,
also, Sharon and I went to the brunch.
Yeah.
Sorry, I couldn't make it.
Recovery. Nah. Sharon and I went to the brunch. Honestly, I was shocked at number one, the drinks. Because when you go to a brunch, typically they're actually a bit stingy. Only two or like one cup.
Or
wait till you finish.
You have to wait. Yeah.
No. You could grab as
many as your hands
and your feet could take.
Wow.
You could literally take
your feet,
yeah. And also, the amount of food. Someone said, and this is what I like about DLT Malta, because they take on board what people say.
Yes.
And they implement it the next year.
Yeah.
Because last year, I think people made comments about the food saying that maybe it wasn't enough or something.
I tell you, we could not.
They said you gonna be full today.
Yeah,
was it good?
Yeah, it was so good,
and it was a lot. Or even the guys were saying it was too much.
For guys to be saying that,
for the men to be saying,
yeah.
And another thing I wanted to make a reference to is in terms of feedback. Because I remember last year when I went, I was speaking to one of the organizers, and he was basically talking about like how they were thinking about changing the
Amir Beach layout.
Yeah, the Amir Beach layout.
Yes.
And the girl, my friend and I who were talking to him, we were like, yeah, we think that would be important because then people won't be in the water, because you typically have like a lot of people at the beach and sometimes you may find yourself kind of on the edge. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they changed the layout and so that it was more, like you had more of the sand.
Yes.
But what I really loved was Cafe Del Mar. I loved where the DJ was the
pool.
What? I think the only thing that I will say is, I think Leye said this. Shout out to our friend Leye who was doing daily recaps.
Guys, go to him. The layover.
We'll put it in the description box.
We'll put it in the description box because it's worth tuning into.
He did. I don't even know how he said he was doing the voiceover on the boat or something. Anyway, whatever, man. That guy is too funny. But
legit.
One thing that he mentioned that I think is actually good is that it would have been, because last year there was an act.
Yeah, there was
Cafe Del Mar.
There was Amira BB. Yeah.
So he was saying that it'd be cool if there would be like some sort of act.
Yeah.
There was, and I don't know. I think I agree. Actually, it would have been nice if that.
But I like the fact that there was no act because it was kind of like just vibes, just a party. No one's rushing to get there to
be the front.
But the thing is, though, I feel like. Because I think the reason I didn't enjoy the whole act thing last year is because I couldn't really see because I was right at the back.
But
if you were in the pool,
if the act went to where the DJ booth was,
you can be
anywhere.
The artist would not be getting the
crowd
interaction.
Yes,
artists say that the feed off and the feed that the crowd gives.
Yeah, that's actually what one of the DJs at that night actually said as well. Like the only thing that he obviously understood the layout, and he was like it makes sense, but. With this one, he wishes could be closer.
Yeah. Okay,
but
anyway, I liked it, Sha.
It looked good.
That way.
Keep it that way.
It looked fantastic.
You had the other days to be doing and cool.
No, but it's true actually. Like, I don't know. Whichever way you decide to spin it, Sha. That layout is nice.
Yeah,
like
beautiful.
I said, Cafe Del Mar was the third day.
Yeah.
Third day. So that was the only thing that day.
Funny?
Yeah. Go.
So, like Beatrice said, this was kind of a working trip. So we were trying to also do some interviews while out there.
Yeah.
Shout out to the people that we interviewed. If you're not in the video, it's because the mic wasn't
working. Sorry.
Yeah, we're so sorry. Please.
Sorry.
But it was funny because at Cafe Del Mar, obviously Beatrice and I did ours then because it was quiet, right?
Yeah.
So we were looking for people to record with. And I was like, what about that
group of guys?
Before I even, guys, let me just preface this.
I wasn't facing the guys, but when Sharon was talking about.
Yeah. Let me just preface this by saying, I'm one of those people, I don't know anybody's face.
Doesn't know anybody's face at all.
I don't know anybody's face.
Yeah.
I am terrible.
Hope this doesn't bat you in the ass one day.
It probably will. It probably has.
Yeah.
But anyway, I was like, what about those guys over there? Bitch turns around, what? Sneak bow. I said, oh.
All I know.
I would have been like, to be honest, I wish we had did it because the way I would have reacted would have been funny because I'd have been like, I'm here with Sneak Bow. Sneak boom.
Let me show you the way.
I don't play games. No, honestly,
it's so
I was gonna say as
funny.
well, shout out to you guys that were out there that like came up to us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Many
Yeah.
of you showed us so much love.
Yes, shout out to Sonia from Patreon as
Yes.
well. I spoke to her every day.
Yeah, she looked good as well.
No,
Yeah,
she looked
shout-
so good.
yeah.
But she was kidding me, boy, because we were both having wig troubles on the
Hey.
first beach day.
Hey.
Yeah, she got one. She got one like one
headband.
Yeah, but it wasn't a head. It was like a sash. But she tied it around her head. I said, girl, I understand. Because I've been sitting with my back to the crowd the whole time. Nah, we were bonding over wig glue and all these kind of things. But yeah,
It's
shout out to
crazy.
everyone that
came up to us, showed us love.
Appreciate
even
you
though
guys.
last year, obviously, Sharon told about the J.O. story.
Yeah.
And when J.O. was playing 22, someone actually stopped Sharon, was like, oh my God, like,
This is your song.
I
I was like, what? Not you. And he didn't even come up earlier to be like, listen to the point. He just ran it. He just was like, this is your song.
Yeah.
And I was like, stop, man.
No, literally,
Like,
you guys.
yeah.
No, you guys.
actually, I feel like
You made
people
the
actually
trip.
made the trip.
Yeah, no, for sure.
100%.
You
guys
made
made
the
the trip.
And
And I
Yeah.
think for me, it was like a big like 180 moment
Yeah.
because going back to the exact same place like a year later,
Later,
and
and it's
deep in
different.
that,
Yeah.
everybody's, not everybody, but
Yeah.
like a lot of people are stopping us and
Yeah.
being like,
Yeah.
listen to you on this ep. And people are like referencing episodes and saying that you lot said this and it was
Yes.
funny this and you
Yes.
were here there.
The one that made my heart
Yeah.
kind of melt is the men that came up and being like, my sisters love you.
Yeah. And
Shout
then
out
take-
Paul.
Yeah,
How can we not say Paul the dancer?
Hey, shout out Paul, man.
Yeah,
He
Paul
held-
said his
What?
sister loves
Yeah.
us
Yeah.
as well, boy.
That one was like, oh my God, the fact that the brothers know
Yeah.
is a big thing.
Literally,
Nah,
literally. Like a lot of guys,
appreciate-
even a lot of guys will come up to say, oh yeah, what's your
Yeah.
90s or what's
What's
your
your
old
old
boys?
boys?
Boy,
Yeah.
they
Yeah.
love us on 90s.
Yeah,
They loved us on
They-
90s.
Tell them that you want to see us again, man.
Yeah, they've already told them,
Yeah.
but tell them
We had
again.
again.
We had them cackling.
Yeah, I was
Yes,
gonna say, apply pressure.
Yeah, high pressure, man. No,
But no,
honestly, it's
yeah.
fantastic.
But
Such
yeah,
a
like
good
I said,
event.
third day was Cafe Del Mar.
Yes.
Then the fourth day was the finale day. That's when we had just Emir Beach, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's just Emir Beach. That's when we had majority of the performers.
Yeah.
Other performers like Uncle Waffles and Focalistic,
They were at
Kate
Uno.
Tronada, Odile.
Yeah, Kate Tronada.
What's this babe's name?
Amare.
They
Yes.
were at Club Uno some of the evenings,
Yeah.
but majority of the acts were like Spice, Popcorn, Skilly Bang, Ruger, and Oxlade. Unfortunately, Shally Poppy couldn't make it, so Oxlade came in and saved the day chair.
Yeah.
But yeah, all of those acts, really, really good fun. We had such a good time.
Yeah.
Shout out to DLT for
Again,
giving
yeah.
us hospitality
Yes.
and all those things.
Yeah,
Yeah.
also shout out Vamp as well for taking
Shout
care
out
of
Vamp
us.
UK.
Hey.
Shout out Ruby.
Hey.
Shout out to
Tanaka.
Naka.
What?
That we didn't see you.
Yes.
But we
I
we
felt
saw
so
her.
sorry for Tanaka.
Literally, they
Kai-
shut it down.
No,
Also,
shout
shout out to
out
the brands as well that also like
Shout
out
gives
to
us
the
some amazing
brands.
stuff as
Yes,
well.
thank you.
Iconic.
Yeah.
The Ordinary.
Benefit.
P Buzz
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Amazing.
So shout out
Yeah,
to
shout
all
out to
those
all of
brands
those
brands.
that gifted us stuff. And shout out to all the people, like we said, shout out to all the people that came to us,
Yes.
said hello to us. Shout out to Oluwaseyi. We love
Yeah.
you.
No,
we
shout out
love
to Shay,
you,
man.
Shay,
What
man. We
Shay
love
looks
Shay.
every day.
Yeah,
Bruh,
he
every
serves us
day.
Never
good.
miss.
Yeah,
So
literally.
yeah, we had
literally.
such a good time.
Yes.
If you are planning to go to DLT Malta next year,
Mm.
I am sure with the way that it happened last year,
Yeah.
tickets will be out very, very,
Very
soon.
soon.
So keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
Keep an eye out for that. Also, it should be out by now, but even if it's not, make sure you go onto our Instagram and
Yes.
follow us. We will be posting some of the interviews that we did on the
Yes.
beach,
Yes.
at Cafe Del Mar, and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yes.
I hope that you guys also saw our content on the day, like our day-to-day snaps and stuff.
Yes.
People are really loving outfit of the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, we had such a good time. Again,
Yeah.
shout out to DLT Malta
Yeah.
for all their hospitality and everything. Even
Yes.
gifted our friends like
Yeah,
upgrades
exactly.
and things like that.
Yeah,
But
for
yeah,
real.
we had such a good time and
Yeah.
we would definitely love to go again
Yeah.
next
Make
year.
sure you follow DLT as well on Instagram
Yeah.
and socials in general, Twitter too, or
Yeah.
X now.
Yeah.
Everything will be in our description box.
Yes.
They are not just limited to Malta. So if you're hearing
Yeah.
about them for
Yeah.
the first time, they have day parties in London, but
And
also,
also abroad as
outside
well.
of London,
Yeah.
in other UK cities and
Yeah.
abroad as well, like
Yeah.
Beatrice just said. So
Exactly.
make sure that you're following them.
I was going to say they also have a really, really big event coming up soon,
Yeah.
The Recipe,
Yeah.
which is going to
Yes.
have
Jasmine Sullivan.
She
headlining. This is going to be her first time in the UK in about 10 years.
Yes,
So
exactly.
I feel like tickets are all sold out, to be honest. But if you see a cheeky ticket, make sure you have a buy.
resale.
DLT, they're doing the damn thing. They are literally everywhere.
They've thought
Every
of
second
everything.
there is an event happening.
Exactly.
So, like we said, make sure you're following DLT. Is DLT Brunch on Twitter and Instagram. They are everywhere. Also TikTok as well. Make sure you're supporting them. We're supporting Black businesses.
100%. Shout out them.
Shout out them. We had such a good time, and we're definitely probably gonna go next year.
Yeah, man, for real, for real.
Okay. Thank you guys so much. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you.
Good.
But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening to this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day/week. Make sure you give us a cheeky follow, a cheeky like. I was gonna also say, actually, sorry, we have some BTS footage from Malta, which will be available on Patreon. So make sure that you're subscribed to us on Patreon as well if you want to see all of that footage too. We'll see you guys in our next one. Bye.